In order to steal 1.5 billion cash from the bank, the thief secretly used an air gun to hook the card slot on the wall, then take out the hydraulic device to connect the rope, hang on the fixed bolts, then the teammates press the button again. Using a hydraulic device, a large hole pops out of the wall. Subsequently, the two quickly crawled down the hole into the bank's vault, take out the pre-prepared electric drill. Facing the anus of the safe is a cool meal. After drilling, Will is quickly injecting a liquid bomb into the hole. Under the mixing of two liquids, the safe was instantly blown out with a large hole. Immediately after, Will is pulling out a miniature camera and inserting it into the hole. Carefully observe the internal structure of the lock cylinder, then slowly rotate the horse's wheel. Snap the lock cylinder onto the card slot. After success, the two are rapidly rotating the wheel. Open the anus, entering the vault. Take out the pre-prepared plastic bags. Start drilling holes in the billions of cash on the desktop. Meanwhile, the police, who had been in ambush for a long time, had already surrounded the entire bank outside the door. However, just as the special police team rushed in to capture them, but I found that there wasn't even a hair in the vault. It turned out that Will's teammates had already implanted pre-recorded footage into the police system using Trojan software before the operation. When they find out they've been caught in the trap and left the mountain, the highly intelligent thief had already left the crime scene with cash. But what I didn't expect was, right here, when the two of them walked out the back door, suddenly encountering a janitor. According to the rules of the Giano, "Sir, I'm sure we can't leave any survivors behind." Hence, Vincent immediately pulled out his pistol. "Ready to go, Sir." Will, worried about gunshots attracting the police, just grabbed the pistol, forcibly take Vincent away. However, just as the two were fighting, the pistol accidentally caught fire, hit Vincent in the thigh. "Teammate, please get off the car as soon as you see it. Help tow it onto the car." However, just as a few people were about to leave, Will found the beautiful knife he had snatched still lying on the ground. Looking at the fat in the mouth, Will had to return again, prepare to retrieve. Meanwhile, the gunfire also caught the attention of the police. At this moment, the team is gathering and rushing towards here. The driver who heard the siren didn't calm down on the spot, so he made a decisive decision and chose to abandon his teammates. Watching my teammate Will leave quickly, I wanted to struggle again, but by now the police had already arrived early, blocked his way. Will seize the situation, hurry up and throw out the backpack in response, and then step on the car. A lightning bolt, 5 consecutive whips to take down the last guard, and then quickly carrying the cash, driving a police car away from the crime scene. But now the streets are full of police force, even the ground has already prepared an address for him. Will has no way to escape. I had to grip my head and rush over, but the tires with less hard scalper due to air leakage, causing the car to lose control, directly drilled in. At this point in the alley, Will had already put one foot in prison, but in order to get out of prison as soon as possible, he chose to burn all the cash. Due to the lack of conclusive evidence, the police can only sentence him to 50 years in prison for intentionally assaulting a police officer. The first thing Will did after being released from prison was to meet his daughter, whom he had never met before. But just as he was about to buy a gift, Vincent, who was once injured by him, called. At this moment, he can be said to be in poverty, and hit him on his thigh, causing amputation. This is always harboring hatred in my heart, so he kidnapped Will's daughter as a threat. Wanting to retrieve his share, main Karshal had already burned it when he was arrested. There's nothing at all, but fortunately, he clearly remembers the last time he robbed a bank. There are still hundreds of tons of gold hidden inside, so I had to contact another former teammate. Prepare to redeem another vote. My daughter's help in Riley. Xavier quickly brought in a large number of equipment, then the two of them drove to an abandoned factory, quietly infiltrated into the sewer connected to the bank drainage system through the sewage outlet in the factory. Next, Will quickly pulled out the laser rangefinder, start measuring the distance below the bank vault, etc. After successfully arriving at the designated location, the two are quickly assembling the equipment, connect it to the oxygen tank, then ignite the oxygen again, produce a high-temperature welding gun that can spray out thousands of degrees Celsius. Next, Will thrust the high-temperature welding gun into the gold position with a sharp thrust. With high temperatures, the temperature of the welding gun gradually increases. A large hole was quickly punched in the floor of the vault, and the neatly arranged gold encounters high temperatures of thousands of degrees Celsius, and gradually melting into golden water, cooling inside the sewage that falls into the sewer. Urban management can evolve over time. The high temperature of several thousand degrees quickly triggered the temperature alarm. Leilai sees the situation. Put on oven glove immediately. Move these gold handles into the bag. Wait until the police arrive at the safe. Upon seeing the burnt circle, Brilliant Will had already arrived at the designated location with a large bag of gold pieces ready for redemption. Daughter. But here it is. Schwensen is seeking revenge for his one-tune revenge 50 years ago. Unexpectedly chose to kick down gasoline, trying to burn his daughter to death. Will seize the situation, hurry over and knock it down. Unexpectedly, he accidentally threw the flames at the car that kidnapped his daughter, although he was shot several times. But luckily, Wilhelm knocked him unconscious in time with a swing of his fist. Immediately get on the car, a floor oil from the car directly into the nearby cabin, and so on. After extinguishing the fire, Will is getting off the car quickly. Use all one's skill. Open the trunk. Tom rescued his daughter. Can be timed. The police also arrived in time several hundred years later to rescue Will, who was seriously